Welcome back. Now you had to write a Python program that removes all the characters of a string at even indices. So let's see how we can implement this. First of all, we assign the string to a variable, which we're going to name s. We're going to sort of like remove the characters at even indices, but we're not going to remove them actually from the string because strings are immutable. So that means that they cannot be modified. If we want to change the string, we will have to create a new copy of the string instead with the modifications. And that is what we are doing right here. We're going to start with an empty string and we will add to that string the characters that we do want to keep. How can we do that? Well, we are going to use a for loop. We're going to write for I in the range from 0 to the length of the string minus 1. If that index is odd, so it is not evenly divisible by 2, then we are going to include the character in the new string. We're going to add the character to the new string. And that is basically how the for loop will work. But let's see more of the details behind this code. Why are we using this particular sequence? Well, let's see. Range, by default, starts the sequence from 0. So right here, let's see the sequence. The sequence will start from 0. We want to get all the indices of the string so we can analyze each one of the indices to determine if they are odd or even. Indices start from 0 and they go up to the length of the string minus 1. Let's see this with a diagram. Coding, and right here we have the indices. The length of the string is equal to 6. We have 6 characters right here. The last index is the length of the string minus 1. Let me add this right here. The length of the string minus 1 is this index that you can see right here. So we want a sequence that goes from 0 up to the length of the string minus 1. And that is exactly what we can get with this call to range. Range will take the length of the string and it will return a sequence from 0, incrementing the numbers by 1 so we can use them as the indices, and it's going to reach the length of the string minus 1. Because remember that this value is not included in the sequence. We specify this value, but the last value included will be this one minus 1. So that was exactly what we needed to get the sequence of indices in the string. We're going to assign each one of those values to the loop variable I, and then we are going to check if the value is even or odd. If the number is odd, this is comparing if they are different. If it is not equal to 0, then we take the character at that index, right here using string indexing, and then we are going to concatenate that character to the new string. We're going to take the value, the current value of the new string, and then we are going to add this character. Let's see what happens behind the scenes. For example, for the string coding, we will have 6 iterations. First iteration, second iteration, third iteration, fourth iteration, fifth iteration, and sixth iteration. Okay? These are the iterations of the for loop. In the first iteration, the value of I will be 0. 0 is considered even, so this condition will be false and new string will just remain an empty string. Now for the second iteration, the value of I will be 1. Now this value is odd, so this condition will be true, and we are going to extract the value, the character, at index 1. What is that character? In the string coding, that is the character O. Okay, so we are going to take that character, and now new string will have the character O. After that, we update I to the value 2, but this number is even, so we don't do anything. The new string remains intact with just one character O. After that, we update I to the value 3. Now we take the character at index 3, which is 0, 1, 2, and 3. That would be the letter I. We add that to the string. That would be OI. We update the value of I to 4, But since this is even, we don't do anything and the new string remains intact. And after that, for the sixth iteration, the value of I is again odd, so we take the value at index 5, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is the letter G. We add that to the new string OIG. And that will be the final value for the new string, OIG. We are going to print the output right here because we are printing the value of new string. If we save the file and we run the code, we see this as the output, OIG. Exactly what we predicted from this behind-the-scenes look at how the variables evolve. We see this right here, OIG. We are only including the characters from odd indices, and we are adding them to this new copy of the string. Awesome! Now you know how this first option works. We can test this with different values. For example, pizza. Let's see the output. We see I and C. I is at index 1 and C is at index 3. The other characters are at even indices, so they are not included. And right here, if we write Python, for example, we see Y, H, and N. Y is at index 1, H is at index 3, and N is at index 5. Great, this also works for strings that only have one character. We don't see any output because this is index 0. So 0 is even, we don't include the character, and we just print the empty string. And if we have an empty string, we also see an empty output because we are just printing the empty string. No characters were added. Awesome, now you know how this first option works. So let's start diving into our second option. Let me comment this out and let's start discussing our second option. Option number 2 also uses a variable s for the string and a variable new s for the new string. The new string starts as an empty string and we will be concatenating the characters as we execute the code. The change comes right here. You can see this. We say for I in the range, with these parameters, we will see why we use these parameters in just a moment, we are going to concatenate the character to the new string. This line is the same line that we used right here above, okay? But now, instead of checking if the index is even or odd, we are directly generating the sequence of all the odd indices in the string. We are sort of like discarding the even indices. We are not even considering them in the sequence of iterations. I will only take odd numbers that are valid within the range of indices for the string. Let's see this in more detail. Why do we get only odd values? Well, range, right here, is written in a way that we specify where we want to start the sequence, where we want to stop, and how much we want to add between one element and the next. The sequence starts at 1. Then we are incrementing the characters by 2, so we get the value 3. Then 5, 7, and so on, until we reach the length of the string -1, or the last valid number in the sequence, that is less than this value. So we will get a sequence of odd values directly, and we can use all of those values as the index for the string directly without even having to check what type of value it is. We know that right here we are only getting odd values in a range of valid indices. Let's see this example behind the scenes so you can see the difference. So right here we have the first iteration. The value of I will be 1. Initially, new string is an empty string. The character at index 1 is the letter O. So we append that character to the new string, O. For the second iteration, the value of I will be 3. Right here, we will use that value as an index and we will get the letter I, right here. We just append it to the new string directly. After that, we get the value 5. 5 right here, and we reach the character G, O-I-G, and we add it to the new string. And what happens right here? Well, we've reached the end of the string in just 3 iterations. The sequence, in this case, only had 3 values, 1, 3, and 5, because that was within the range of valid indices, less than the length of the string. We just cut the process by 3 iterations, so we are having a more optimized process. It is more direct and it doesn't run unnecessary iterations. And then we are printing the new string. Great, so let's save the file and run the code to see the output. We see OIG, which is exactly what we expected. Now if we test this with Pizza, we see I and C, which is correct, and Python, exactly what we needed, Y, H, and N. This also works if we have only one character in the string, we just see a blank output, and if we have an empty string, we see a blank output as well because we are actually printing an empty string. Now you know how to implement this solution with the 2 options. The first one checks every single index in the string. It determines if it's even or odd, and based on that, it adds the characters at odd indices. But in this case, we're just generating the sequence of odd indices directly so we can avoid making unnecessary iterations. Great work so far. When you're ready, let's continue practicing your skills with the next coding challenge.